Vince Lombardi trophy.
Is this the real one? Or
That's the real one. That's a real Vince Lombardi trophy. I don't know if that's the one that's going to be given to the Rams or the Patriots this weekend, but that is a real. You want to lift it?
Well, if I lift it, I want to take it home.
No, if you then I think we're at a crossroads here.
Actually, we're not at a crossroads. Let me tell you why.
Okay, sure.
I'm not a lawyer, but I watch a lot of law shows.
Okay.
I got about 50 witnesses that seen me hit my head on your set.
Oh.
So if you just give me this, I'll let bygones be bygones.
So it's a liability issue for me that turns into an even worse liability issue.
I don't want to have to call it the SHAQ Eisen show.
I know that. I know that.
All you got to do is just give me this, and I'll put it next to mine. This is beautiful.
I'm doing the math in my head as to how much you'd be suing me for personal liability as to how much this trophy costs, which I've been told is around $22,000.
Well, I'll be suing you for $23,000.
You want to lift it?
No, I don't want to touch it.
Okay, you sure you don't want to touch that?
Bad luck.
Bad luck for you or for?
No, to touch the trophy when you don't earn it.
I like that.
Yeah, my father used to always.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he always used to. Because, like when you're a kid, you get the trophy from a local trophy shop.
Sure.
He'd be like, if you listen to me, guys, you get this. You want to touch it? Don't touch it. It's bad luck. You got to earn it.
Right.
So that's why, like, you know how, like, in the NBA, when you win the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference, they give you those little trophies? I never touched it.
Never.
I never touched it, and I never celebrated
I remember Phil did that too, right? Didn't you, like, when you guys won the Western Conference Finals of one of the many times you did?
Yeah, I never touched it. I never looked at it, never celebrated.
Because Belichick looks at the Hunt Trophy for winning the AFC like it's a hood ornament. He doesn't want to just like, I don't know what to do with this.
This is beautiful, though.
It's a beautiful trophy.
Yeah.
Do you get a replica? Because NFL players can get like a mini replica of this.
I got 4 replicas
of the Larry O'Brien trophy,
and I gave them to my father because growing up, he used to always take my trophies and let me celebrate it 1 or 2 days, and then he'd put them away. So finally, I got enough courage to ask him why he did that, and he said he never wanted me to be satisfied. So after he passed away, I went and retrieved all my trophies from Little League, high school, college, and I put it in a room in my house, and I dedicated it to him. So now, like, if you go, you get to see, like, all my trophies. But I would win it. I'd celebrate it 1 or 2 days, and me and him would have dinner, and he would say, "Thank you very much." And he'd put it there. And I'd come back, like, the next week, "Hey, Dad, let's go to dinner." Like, "Where's the trophy?" "I don't know. Go get another one." That was his thing.
And then you did.
Yeah.
And then you would. Then you would. Shaquille O'Neal here on the Rich Eisen Show. You're a Cowboys fan, as we know, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you have any take on what you think of the current state of the Cowboys? Are you pleased with it?
I mean, I'm a fan, but I'm not the fan that gets involved with, he should be fired, he does this. Right. You just have to wait your turn. I was a Cowboy fan because growing up playing football was my first love, and I wanted to be the next Too Tall Jones. And then I got hit by a guy your size in the knee. I was like, I don't want to play football anymore. And then, no, seriously, and then like a couple weeks later, my father came in with an article. He said, I know you like football, but you need to consider basketball. And he showed me the John Concac story, where John signed 15 for 3. I wasn't the smartest guy in the world, but I knew that was $5 million a year.
Yeah, right.
Right? So that's why when I played basketball, I brought a lot of physicality to the game.
So when you tried to play football, you were defensive end? That's what you were?
No, I didn't try to play football. I was a hell of a football player. I was a tight end.
You were tight end?
I was tight end.
Because, it's amazing, and my guy Brockman over there will attest to it, the number of times that we hear about Gronk, and the analogy is always about you, that you got fouled every damn time.
Yeah.
And Gronk, you could make the case that he is fouled every time.
He is. He's very physical, but I think that's what makes him great because he's very physical and he doesn't stop. I mean, I did a party last year. This dude showed up and he wasn't drinking. He was drinking water the whole night, but he was. This dude has a motor. He doesn't stop.
He only knows one speed.
Yeah,
Gronk.
I actually got tired looking at him, and then I looked at him. He looks pretty light. He's the heaviest dude I ever felt in my life. He's all muscle.
He jumped
on my shoulder, and he started. First he was doing all right, then he started humping my neck, and I had to get up. Hey man, stop! But this dude's all solid, all muscle.
So this is a part of your DJing?
Yes,
that you're doing?
It's called SHAQ's Funhouse.
Okay,
you're invited.
When is it? On Friday night?
Yeah, Friday night.
Here in Atlanta?
Yep.
SHAQ's Funhouse?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get it? Can I get it on the list? Plus,
you're Rich Eisen. You don't need a list.
Okay, just show up with my face is my identification.
Yes, of course.
At SHAQ's Funhouse.
Rich. Everybody knows Rich Eisen. Stop
Okay.
it.
No, I'm just trying to say.
I know Rich Eisen. I know Eisen Rich. I know everybody.
By the way, I'm thrilled that you're here in person. Usually, you're just FaceTiming me in the middle of the show, just watching the show, and all of a sudden, I look down. It says SHAQ FaceTime.
And you know what? You have great poise because you never move.
I don't move.
And like you always give great points, and I want to FaceTime you to try to throw you off, but you have great poise.
Well, I know you work with Ernie, so I need to have a certain standard. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're good.
I appreciate that.
You're really good.
Thank you. Do you have a take on who wins the Super Bowl? Do you think Super Bowl 53?
I think it's going to be a very entertaining game. It's kind of hard to bet against the great Tom Brady, but the Rams are hungry. They want it now, so they have a great young coach. They have a great young team. I think it's going to be a very, very entertaining game.
Okay, but
I can't. I don't have.
You don't get in the predicting business?
No, I don't. I just want to see a great game. I'm there.
You going?
Yeah, I'm going. I'll be there with my son, my oldest son. He's going with me, and we're just gonna have a great time and just want to see a great game.
How is your son doing?
He's doing good, really good.
Okay.
He was scared when he was getting the surgery. So, you know, I've had 10 surgeries.
Yeah.
So I tried to tell him stories. So right before he went in, he started crying a little bit. I said, "You scared?" He said, "Yeah, I'm scared." I said, "Let me tell you something. It's gonna be a nurse. She's beautiful. Her name is Anesthesia." She's gonna give you a kiss on the lips, and you're gonna fall asleep. What? Where is she? I said, "She's coming in there. Don't worry about it. She'll be in there, and you won't remember anything." He was like, "What's her name?" I said, "Anesthesia." You'll say. Yeah. So so he went in, did the surgery. It was 5 hours of great surgery. So when he woke up, I was like, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm good." I said, "Do you remember anything?" He said, "I don't remember anything." I said, "I told you, anesthesia."
Works every time.
Works every time.
Works every time. But he's doing well. He's feeling well.
Yes,
so he's coming to the game? Is he coming?
No, he's not coming to the game.
He's not coming to the game. Okay. Sharif O'Neal, the dad, Shaquille, is right here on the Rich Eisen Show. What do you make of, let's talk a little NBA here. What do you make of Anthony Davis's agent making the move that he did? Obviously, LeBron shares the same agent. It's LeBron's agency.
Everyone knew that when Anthony signed with Rich Paul, that it was a possibility that they were going to make this move. I think if the Pelicans were playing a little bit better, it would be a little bit unprofessional to make the move, but they may make the playoffs, they may not make the playoffs. I think it's time. And he just told them that he's not going to take that extension, which I think is a mistake. But
why do you think it's a mistake?
Listen, 240 in New Orleans is a better deal than 240 in LA. Mm-hmm. Different tax bracket, just whole thing. And then, I just want everybody to compete. Instead of everybody teaming up and trying to win, why don't you try to beat whoever the best is? That's like me in Orlando getting beat by Mike every time and saying, you know what, let me go play with Mike and Scotty, rather than saying, nope, I got to beat him. And then finally, 96, we did beat him. And, I know Mike left and he came back, but we beat him. And then, in the West, it's like me saying, me and Kobe early on, we keep losing. Let me go play with Popovich and Tim Duncan and the Spurs. No, in order to be the best, you have to beat the best. That's what I thought.
That's just not the case anymore, though.
You can clap. It's just good.
It is an applause line.
Yeah, it is an applause
line.
Because listen, growing up, it was a lot of great sports stories, like Lakers, Celtics, Cowboys. It was just like guys that were just out there competing, being the best, beating the best, and at some point the best has to fall. But the best always stays on top for a long time. Like I remember Bird and Magic just going back and forth, and it was just great TV. Great for these guys.
Yeah, I know, and I loved it too. But I don't think that day's ever coming back, though, right? I mean, don't you think? Because it just seems to me that you're hearing Anthony. It's an obvious play to get to Los Angeles. Otherwise, why open the window now for New Orleans fans to be so pissed off about it. They already just apparently removed him from the video of for the team to be introduced, the pregame hype video for the team. They removed Davis from it. You know, he's hurt right now anyway, but they took him out because they don't want him to be booed. The only reason to put yourself through 2.5 months of being a public enemy in your hometown is to try and get out of there right now. So that's the move. And then there's an idea that Kyrie would be willing to come now because he said that he apologized to LeBron for not realizing LeBron's style before. I mean, it looks like that's coming together right now.
I mean, it may. But, you know, the question you have to ask yourself, when all those pieces come to L.A., can they still beat Golden State? I don't think they can.
I agree with you. I think
Not yet.
Is there anybody right now?
No.
You know, I don't even need to finish the sentence, right?
No, not for a while. Because Steve Kerr has them playing unbelievable basketball. Like, it's 4 or 5 legitimate stars on the team, but they play so unselfish. It's a lot of team with a lot of great talent on it, but, you know, one guy wants to hold the ball too much, and one guy wants to shoot 43. So, I mean, Steve just have them moving the ball, and it's actually an excellent brand to watch. Like, I've watched them many times, and they always play the same way. And Steph Curry is just unbelievable, and KD, and you know, you got DeMarcus coming back. They're definitely gonna be a tough team to beat. But again, when you're dealing with sports, I want a team to challenge them and to try to be able to beat them. Imagine like an underdog like Milwaukee facing them in the final and beating them. That's a great sports story that we can always tell.
Yeah, 7 games though, right? Yeah. That's the issue. I mean, like again, Brady's here in his 9th Super Bowl. His first, all he had to do is just 4 quarters against 9. Yeah. Yeah, right. 9.
So does that make him the GOAT?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm just asking.
Oh, I didn't stutter.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, that's an applause line too. I mean,
I'm just asking.
Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, 9, and he's doing it at age 40 and 41, back-to-back Super Bowls. And you know, as you pointed out about super teams, he's done it with different running backs. He did have Randy Moss at one point and almost went perfect. But it is just those 4 quarters in the same way the 4 quarters he came up with against Kurt and Marshall Faulk and Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt to win his first. Same could happen for Goff and everybody else this weekend. It happened for Eli twice. I mean, it happens. That's
the reason why I love him, because he never panics. When the Super Bowl, when they were playing the Falcons, I was sitting next to my good friend Willie McGinnis, and we were sitting in the box, and there was a whole bunch of Falcon fans. And, of course, they were up big. Willie tapped me and said, watch this. I'm like, what do you mean? You guys are going to lose. He said, watch this. Like he knew Tom was about to turn it on, and then after that, I was like, wow, he's the greatest. I mean, like, Willie knew the whole time.
He called his shot down 28-3.
Yeah, because, you know, the guys from the, Falcon fans, they were celebrating and drinking and Willie just tapped me. He's like, watch this. I'm like, watch what? Watch Tom go off. And like, I'm looking at Tom, I'm looking at his face. Reminds me of a Greg Popovich or a Phil Jackson. They never panic. And Coach Belichick is that way either. 28-7, down 28 points, whatever, up 28, same face, never panics. And that's why I think he's the greatest.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, yes. Okay.
And then, then there's the conversation, too, about Jordan and LeBron. Who would you take there?
How come Kobe's name is never brought up?
Oh.
I'm just asking. Like,
okay, all right.
No, I'm just asking.
You know, that's a good point.
I think it's kind of disrespectful. You ask me.
By the way, you and Kobe being simpatico is a great thing.
I don't know what simpatico means, but it sounds good. I have no idea.
It's a brother of anesthesia.
Okay.
Yeah, they're related. Being, on the same page.
Some big words you're throwing at me.
Friendly. I mean, you always.
I'm gonna use that word tonight. Hey, Charles, would you like to be simpatico with me?
Please do that.
Please, yes, 100%.
Please do that.
Simpatico. Wow.
Yes, simpatico. You're all tight. You're tight.
I'm 47 years old. I've never heard that word in my life.
Is that right?
Yeah. Simpatico.
Please use that. Drop that on Charles tonight. If he says something you agree with, Charles, we're simpatico on that. That's what you say.
If that was on the test and it would say, what is simpatico? I'd have been like, oh, yeah, part of a symphony. Perfect.
Yes.
Simpatico.
Yes. That's right. All right. So Kobe, LeBron,
And Mike.
Mike. This
Yeah.
is a sports talk
No,
radio show.
I'm not in that category. No, I'm not in that category.
Okay.
You know what's crazy about? I never wanted to be the best. I wanted to be the most dominant.
Well, that worked.
Like I worked hard enough to be dominant. I didn't work hard enough to be the best. Like I never, because it's like like Jordan and Kobe and LeBron, that they got to do things I couldn't do. I wanted to be a force in the middle that people were afraid of. So like I don't get offended when people do not put my name in that category, because that's not what I was looking for.
Okay. So of the three, if you had to choose one as the greatest of all time, who do you choose?
I don't like choosing because I know all the guys, but for me, I seen Mike do some things that I've never seen either other guys do.
And what is that?
I mean, Mike used to tell opponents what he was going to do and how he was going to do it. And, the way he did it, he just he won 6 without a dominant big man, right? Mm-hmm. And he won 3, left, took a year off, played golf, played baseball, came back and won 3 more. So I mean, he was just a guy that I grew up watching. So
Sure.
I played with Kobe and played with LeBron, but if I had to pick the greatest of all time, my all-time favorite has always been Dr. J. So, Dr. J and guys like Magic and Mike made a great point. He said, it's kind of disrespectful to say I'm the GOAT because you forget about the ones that, played before us. And I'm kind of on that same thought process. So like, Wilt and Bill Russell and guys like that, I'm just happy to be mentioned in the same name that they
And
are.
you deserve it. And now, before I let you go, sir, are you an investor in the Alliance of American Football?
I sure am. Football doesn't stop after this weekend. It starts back up in February.
That's right.
8 teams, 400 players, 8 games. Get to watch a lot of football.
Spurrier's coaching. You got the old ball coach on the sideline there.
So
Neuheisel.
I see we have a lot of football fans in the stands. Check it out.
Yeah.
A lot of SEC teams.
Oh,
there.
my gosh, of course. You're in SEC country. You got a Georgia.
Is that your wife, sir? Absolutely. You should be ashamed of yourself.